We have with us Eric Stover and Don Blair, in the order of I mentioned them. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Now, you're talking about an event called Norfolk Pioneer Days.
Yes.
Now, where is that going to happen?
In the city of Norfolk,
Okay,
right around City Hall.
right around City Hall. And tell us kind of what to expect on that day.
It's just a small town festival, so we're going to have vendors in there. They're going to be selling food and drink, and they're going to have soaps and lotions, arts and
Okay.
crafts, and whatever shows up.
Is this an annual event?
It has been, and I don't know for how many years,
Mm-hmm.
to be perfectly honest.
Well, did you work on it last year?
I was on the committee last year.
Okay, you were on the committee. So what does it take to put one of these events together?
You
lot.
don't step
lot.
back. You don't step back, and everybody else does.
You have to be a part of the group, huh? And are they going to have booths? And I mean, you talk about soaps and
Yeah,
different things.
there's going to be spaces, and they have their little tents like they do at a lot of flea markets and other things like that.
Is
so
this based on Pioneer Days? I mean, is it all
theme
pi-
is-
themes
the
of like handmade soaps and?
not really. That's
Not
just
really?
that's
Okay.
just currently who the people in the area is interested in bringing. Things.
Okay, all right.
When's it going to be?
However,
It's the
it does
21st.
go back to the early days of Norfolk.
Was it a special time of the year?
Well, remember Norfolk is one of the oldest towns in the area, and that's where the first settlements were. So it started out commemorating that.
Okay.
And of course, over the years, it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was a history of why people got together at that
Yes,
time
that's
of year.
It's an old time festival.
Yeah. You going to have entertainment or concessions there? Tell us a little bit about
We
that.
have a band we're currently talking with. It's called Ozark Star. They're going to come down and play. They're just trying to get known in the
Sure.
area, so there's going to be setting up, and again, it's all around the courthouse there.
Is it country music or is it, what kind of music is it?
All combination of
Okay.
Beatles and
Okay,
just
a little bit of classic rock and
yeah.
And you said it's going to be May 23rd,
First. It's always the third Saturday in May.
Saturday. Man, what time do things kick off?
Well, the parade kicks off at 10, but there'll be a breakfast starting much earlier in the morning, plus the people setting up booze. So I would imagine, things will be kicking off at 8 and get started, and then the parade really kicks it
Yeah.
off at 10 o'clock.
is that a fundraising breakfast?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
Is it for
Well, this year, the Youth Center of Norfolk is sponsoring the breakfast. We're putting that breakfast on, and the proceeds of it will go to support the Youth Center,
oh, okay,
which is in the large gymnasium there, the old gymnasium in downtown Norfolk.
okay.
And then following the breakfast, there will be a series of youth activities. There'll be old-fashioned sack races, relay races. There's going to be a tug of war, many of the old country-style events, and we'll be conducting those
Yeah.
on behalf of the younger people in the Norfolk area.
And then the booths will go on and the entertainment will go on until what time?
We have a white river duck race every year, and that normally goes in at 3 o'clock, and that'll begin to tail things down after that.
So it's a one-day event,
One-day event.
one-day event.
And it's around the courthouse, you said.
Yes,
in-
on Courthouse Circle.
Are you looking, yeah, go ahead.
The duck race is an interesting event. Everybody buys ducks, and you can buy from TLC Bank, or you can buy them from the courthouse there, or the city hall
Yeah.
in Norfolk. At a certain time, all of the ducks are dumped off the bridge, off the Shed Bridge, into the White River. And then those ducks travel down the river all the way to the old ferry boat landing, where there are wranglers out there in boats, and they will be there watching for the first and second
Yeah.
and third, and they wrangle up the ducks. And of course, the first ducks across are the
Now,
winners.
we probably ought to mention that ducks are not
There'll
alive.
be no animals hurt. There'll be no
plastic
animals
ducks.
hurt in this production.
People at home are envisioning little baby ducks being hurled off the bridge.
Right, they're plastic ducks.
Plastic ducks?
And each
And there's a
one-
number, I guess,
Each
on
one
each
has
one.
a
Yeah.
number on it, that's
Yeah.
correct.
How much are the ducks?
They're $6 for $5, I think.
$1 a piece or six
Yeah,
for five?
6 for 5, and you get 12 for 10, I think.
Okay.
How fun.
It's a neat
Do,
event.
do any of the ducks ever escape?
I've heard the answer is no.
I've heard the answer is no.
Yeah, but I'm
But
not,
you, if you saw one escape, you would turn your head and,
probably, I
That's
wouldn't
why
go
they've
after.
got duck wranglers out there,
I
right?
wouldn't go after her.
No
especially
feral
right now.
ducks.
no feral ducks. Well, that sounds really fun. And this is going to be, again, for people that just walked in the room, what day is it going to be?
It's gonna be the 21st, Saturday
21st
the
of
21st
May.
of May.
And it's going to start at what time? Of course, breakfast's going to start pretty early.
Starts-
Pretty early, yeah.
Breakfast starts at 7:30.
Okay.
And that'll also feed a lot of the early birds that are
Right.
coming to set up their tents and so forth.
And the parade
And,
starts at 10.
Yeah.
It's
What
gonna
kind
be
of
a-
breakfast are we talking
It'll be a
about?
pancake,
Pancake
and
only.
sausage.
Pancake sausage?
with juice and fruit,
Is there going to be
and
syrup,
coffee.
syrup too?
of course.
Okay. just
Absolutely.
wondered.
Do they need to buy a ticket for the breakfast or just
They
show
just
up?
pay for their breakfast as they come in.
Okay.
It'll be $6 for adults and $4 for 12 and under. And that's a pretty good price for the kind
Sure
of
it is.
breakfast we're going to put out.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's very good, very good. Well, if anybody wants more information, we had your phone number up on the screen. Is there any other information we need to give?
I'd like to mention that if anybody has a dancing bear or an old tractor or an old car of some kind or some
Yeah.
kind of contraption that moves down the road, we'd love to have it in the parade. We have a most interesting parade each year, and it always varies. So bring your dancing bears and your old tractors, and we'll have fun.
How about a zero-turning mower? Would that work?
If you decorated it,
Decorate it,
properly.
make it look a little ridiculous.
Make it look like a bear, maybe.
Turn it into a contraption.
There you go.
Well, just him sitting on it trying to get it down the road would probably be decoration.
Probably
Have
so.
you had a dancing bear?
No,
Oh,
but they used to have dancing
well, yes, I know.
It's not too late to have one this
I-
year, Dan.
bears. And
Could
I'd
go out
like
into
to
the
add
woods and do
one
some bear
other
calls.
thing too, and that is, it's as part of the activities. A lot of the other businesses in town do certain things during the day, and I have a history background, and I own the old hotel in downtown Norfolk, and it is a National Historical Site. If anybody is interested in the early history of Norfolk, from 3 o'clock on, I'll
Okay.
be happy to sit with them
Okay.
and visit with them and share the early history of Norfolk
That's nice.
with the folks.
And this will
Very
be
nice.
immediately following the
same day.
events?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
Well, good, good.
Yeah.
So the hotel's right there and they can just
Just walk over and see us.
meander over to the hotel?
Exactly right.
Lots of history in that area for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, appreciate it very much for coming by. I hope you have a lot of people out.
Well, thank you for
At
having
least
us.
come out for
because-
breakfast, and I know that if you stay for breakfast, you'll probably want to take in and at least watch the parade and take in some of the other cool events you got
Yes,
going on.
absolutely.
yeah.
Look for those
Come on
dancing
down and
bears.
have a good time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Who do we have next?
Next, we have Pat Curtis and Tim Hot Dog Curtis to talk with us about an upcoming event they've
Okay.
got going on.
All right. Stay with us.